Hey there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma and I'm a romance writer from the UK. Today, I thought I would answer the writing rituals tag questions, and I'm hoping that some of you people watching will then go on and do your own version of this video and maybe tag me in it. I'm going to be doing a playlist for the tag, so it would be really nice to add your videos to it as well. So let's get into it. The first question: when do you write? Time of day, day of week. So because I work completely for myself, I can choose my own hours. So I don't tend to take weekends. I might not necessarily write every single day of the week, but yeah, it's not that I have kind of set days when I need to work. I don't normally write first thing in the morning just because I'm good for nothing for the first couple of hours at least. So usually the afternoon, going into the evening. I have spoken before about how I often work quite late into the night, especially if I'm on a deadline, which is something that I am trying to cut back on because that's not a good practice, I think. So, yeah, ideally in the afternoon. Question number two: how do you seclude yourself from the outside world? I don't. I don't. I write either on the dining room table or on the sofa in my house, and life goes on around me, and I like that. It's what I'm used to. Purely because of needing to fit writing in around everything else in my life. So I probably find it quite strange to be locked away in a study by myself for hours, to be honest. I guess it's just what you're used to, really. Question three: how do you review what you wrote the previous day? Yes, if I'm actually drafting a book and trying to get a certain amount of words every day, when I sit down to begin a writing session, I would just read through what I did the previous day so that I'm up to speed, but also so that I can do a bit of editing, tidying up of it. I'm not somebody who does like a dirty first draft. I like it neat and tidy. I like everything included, and that's one of the ways that I manage that. Question four: what song is your go to when you're feeling uninspired? I don't really use a song if I'm feeling uninspired. If I do kind of need to like pep myself up a little bit, just get some kind of good feelings going, I guess, then I might put some music on, probably some like 90s female angst I can sing along to and help me to relax a little bit. When I'm working, I either work in silence or I might have some classical music on. I often listen to ballet while I'm working, just so that I've got something nice in the background, but nothing with words because I find that too distracting and I will end up just sitting there singing along. Next, what do you always do when you find yourself struggling with writer's block? I remember that there are bills to pay, and I'm a professional writer, and that means that I need to get the writing done, is probably what I do. If I really am struggling, if I'm sitting there and nothing is coming, I will typically move away from my work for a bit and either just go and do something completely different, like I don't know, emptying the dishwasher or something, just to get away from it. More likely, if I need to think something through, I will grab my dogs and go for a walk with them without listening to anything on headphones or anything like that, just so that my mind is free to work out what needs to happen next to my poor characters. Next is, what tools do you use when you're writing? I am incredibly basic. Yeah, I don't have any fancy writing programs or anything like that. I use Google Docs. Typically, I like that because I can use it for beta readers and they can put their comments on it and we can kind of work through it together. Or I use Microsoft Word because that's what my publishers use. So that's what I receive my edits with and things. I also have a notebook for every book that I write. And yeah, that's kind of it. A lot of craft books, I guess you could add in as well for tools. But yeah, sorry, I'm really not that complicated or fussy when it comes to tools. Oh, laptop, obviously, an old laptop that makes very, very strange noises, like a plane taking off or something. That's pretty much it. Number seven, what's the one thing you can't live without during a writing session? I mean, I guess something to write on really is about the only thing. Probably a drink. If I'm going to be there for like a while, I would need a drink, either a glass of water or tea or coffee. But other than that, I mean, it's nice to like light a candle or something like that, or just create a little bit of an atmosphere. Like I say, some music can be nice, whatever, but that's not essential. If I need to sit down to write for an hour, as long as I've got something to write on, that's pretty much all I need. How do you fuel yourself during your writing session? So I'll normally have a drink, but I wouldn't eat. And there's several, not several, I was going to say several reasons. It's not several reasons, there's like two. So the first reason is I am incredibly clumsy. And yeah, I'm amazed that I managed to have a drink near my laptop without frequent disasters, to be honest. So having food near it would definitely be a disaster. And also, if you get like mucky fingers and you're typing, it's just, yeah, not a good thing. Also, I am very, very food motivated. Think like a Labrador. Okay, you can pretty much get me to do anything if there's going to be food there. So, therefore, I can set myself, okay, I need to write my 1,000 words and finish by 6 o'clock, and then I can have some food. And that is fantastic motivation for me. And the final question, how do you know when you're done writing? I will often set myself a word goal, and I might go over that if I'm, enjoying myself. If I'm in the middle of the scene, I'll carry on. But I kind of know that once I have hit that, I can stop whenever I want to. The reason I tend to set myself word goals rather than time goals is because I am the world's best procrastinator. It's a real skill that I have honed over the years, and I will mess around so much before I actually sit down to do the writing. So if I say, right, I'm going to write for 2 hours every day. That's great, but not much will actually get done. Whereas if I say I need to write 1,000 words a day, however long that takes, that will get done during the 2 hours. You see, better motivator for me. You just have to work out how your brain functions and the best way to trick it into getting you to do the maximum of what it is that you want to do. And that seems to be what works for me. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to do your own version of this tag, please do, and make sure that you tag me in the description so that I can add it to that playlist that I'm going to be putting together. Consider yourself tagged if you've watched this video, but I would definitely like to tag Tracy Mayhew and Margaret Pinard for this, because I think that they will both have absolutely fantastic answers, which we will all enjoy. Please remember to boop the like button if you haven't already, and if you've enjoyed this, and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a great time on this channel, and I will catch you in the next one.